Okay, good afternoon. I'm here to demonstrate the procedures for the Save a Deal meeting and for the salesman task management procedure. These procedures are for sales management. They should happen every day. It's a procedure set up to utilize the idle time of the salespeople to get them hitting the phones to call all their unsold customers from the day before to try to get them back, and also to handle their task management, and that is the workflow of calling their old customers that bought cars a month ago, to call them and say, hi, how's the car, is everything okay? There's a whole tickle system of when you should call your old customers and ask for referrals and tell them happy birthday, and it's all set up through eLeads, but we have to ensure that the salesmen actually get on the phone and make those calls, and I'll show you how we're going to manage that here. So come on over here. So first we'll talk about the Save a Deal meeting. So if you look at the log, the first thing that we have to make sure on a daily basis, and this is a live log from today, is that all the deals are, that we work the deal, we pencil the deal on everybody. So we want this little cue. If you notice, this one doesn't have it, this one does. So this is what you want to see. You want to see that every single person here today was presented numbers. And if they're presented numbers, you'll have all this little cues in there. Okay, so that's our first thing we want to make sure, and that's in the desking process. So when you see that video, you'll see. So now, once it's in the queue, we want to mark it. When we mark them out of the showroom, we want to put them in this unsold box. So all the customers today that did not buy, we're going to call them unsold. And you have to be careful there because there's a lot of different options as far as what is the status. We're going to use this one, unsold. Not unsold red, not unsold yellow, just unsold. All right? Once you do that, you'll be able to run a report the following morning. You'll be able to go in here under the desking tab. So let's say you have the desking tab, it's the first one, you open it up, and right there it says Save a Deal. When you push Save a Deal, first thing you'll do is you put the dates. So if we were doing this tomorrow morning, we would put today's date, because obviously we want to look back at least one day. Maybe we would choose to look back of all the people that came in from the weekend. So let's go for Saturday the 20th through today, and this is going to give you all the customers that came into the store that did not buy over those 3 days. Now you're doing this so that you can call in the salesman one by one and they can do follow-up. So now you go over here to this side and you click on the unsold. So now the status is unsold. So you got the dates, you got the status, and then you're going to click here for search. Okay? And this is going to list all the customers that came into the dealership that did not buy. So now your job is to, you click on each one and you call in that individual salesperson and you go through the deal, you read his notes, you listen to his story, and you want to call this customer and say, hey, I know you were here Saturday, I know you didn't buy, I know we talked to you about your trade value, and you try to get them back in here. Really, the goal for this is for the salesman, for you to manage the salesman's time to call their customers back, get the customers back. These are the hottest leads you have. These are customers that came to the store, they visited with you, they met you, they shook your hand, they demoed your car, but they did not buy today. A lot of people do not buy. 50% of people do not buy on the first visit, but they are buyers. So that's the daily Save a Deal meeting. This should happen every day by 11, 12 o'clock. You go through all your salesmen and bring them in one by one. Okay, now the second part of this procedure is, while you have them and you're talking to them one-on-one, is to review their daily task. And for that, you go here to the organizer, you click that, you go here to monthly, you click that, and right up here, you can pull up any salesperson you want. So let's look up Francesco Cocu, and that tells you if he's doing his daily task. So here we are, today is the 22nd, you see that he has nothing done. He's all caught up. The 23rd is tomorrow, he has 10 phone calls to make. the next day 5, the next day 3. So this is all laid out for him. This program is all set based on his old customers, his unsold customers, just keeping in touch with people. So every day you want to check your salespeople to make sure they're up to date on their status. If they're not, obviously you want to light a little fire. So I'll show you someone that's not. Let's look at Mr. Charles. Lewis Charleswell, we're on the 22nd. You could see he has not made any of his calls for a while. So every morning you would not want this to fall behind 2 weeks like this. Obviously, if this happens, you're not doing your job. So you need to get these guys caught up. You got to get them into the habit of making calls every day, calling their unsolds, calling their old customers. And just to give you a little example of what these kind of calls these are, I'll click on this and you'll see here's a 5-day phone call. Here's a customer he sold, just to call to say, hey, you took the car 5 days ago. How's everything? Just to keep an in touch call. Here's another one. How's everything, Mr. Martinez? Here's a 2-day unsold customer. His customer that visited that did not buy. Mr. Tavares, how's it going? Did you buy a car yet? 30-day unsold. So the system's all set to keep you reminded who to call. Even list their birthdays, list their anniversaries. So nice, pleasant surprise to get a call from your car salesman. Hey, happy birthday. We remember you here at Teddy. All right. And that's it. Thank you.